Hey everybody, this is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, where I talk about creating low content books and other ways to make money online, usually reusing that information from your low content books. So I've got some playlists on how to reuse it. I'm going to be adding to that, but this is part of my playlist on talking about niches and teaching you about how I look at niches, hot niches for kids, ways that you can break into that market, and different ideas that maybe you haven't thought of. Because any market, even a really big competitive market, there is a place for you. You just have to search and be a little creative. So I wanted to go through that with you. Okay, I'm so sorry if you guys listened to some of my other videos with volume problems. I think I have those fixed in this one. It had some setting in the background of my recording that it all sounds fine, but not to everybody, I guess. So I am hoping that I have fixed those problems. Please let me know in the comments if I haven't. One video I uploaded, I'm going to take down and then re-upload that. Also, if you're watching this is a Wednesday where I normally do my lives. I'm not going to be live today, but please leave your comments in the show notes and in the comments section, and I will go through and answer those. All right, so here we are. We are on Amazon, and I wanted to do the dot marker coloring book. And I know a lot of people on YouTube have been talking about this. Oh, it's a great niche. Look at all the people making money. And it's true. It is a great niche, and there is a lot of money to be made in this niche. But if you're just going to put a dot marker coloring book out there, maybe not. So what I started with dot marker coloring book. And if you have this self-publishing Typemans and things, you can see all the other things, other keywords. There's dot marker for toddlers, boys, kids too, for kids, girls, toddler, baby animals, unicorns, animals, dot marker coloring books for adults. I didn't actually research that in this, but I have a lot of other stuff and other ideas for you, so maybe go and do some research on your own. Remember, this is all about teaching you how I go about and find good things in the market, bad things, why things are selling, why things aren't selling, how you can make your products stand out. All right, so I just have dot marker coloring book in here. Let's go back here. So what I want to do is scroll down, and you can see how well some of these are doing. All right, so we have this one is at 11,000 in the market. This one is at 21,000 in the market. Let's go down and look at these. These are all good ones here. So let me go so you can see them all. Okay, so we got cute animals, 27, dinosaurs, 45, 39, mighty trucks, and 33 unicorn dot markers. Okay, so these are all doing really well. And what I want you to see with the dot marker activity books is a lot of these are focused on a specific market. It's not just dot marker activity book. This one's unicorn dot marker activity book, trucks, dinosaurs, cute animals. And if you're wondering what dot marker activity books are, you can go and look, but it's just a big very kind of basic picture with little spots for the kids to color in and dot. They use these big dauber dots to color in. And it's good for smaller children. It's good for hand-eye coordination, that sort of thing. This one says, even here, it says big guided dots. So it's trying to show the kids like where to put the dots so that kind of gives them that hand-eye coordination and practice in doing that sort of thing. All right, so I want you to notice the ones that are doing well, what they are doing well. Big, bold, like this one. Look how bold this is. A, B, C. There's a monkey. There's a unicorn. It appeals color-wise. It shows what it is and does. And then that there's circles and there's dots. This shapes and numbers. Yet again, it shows what it is. It shows that there's circles. Circles, that's a 1, a star, and then the little circles for the numbers. All right, now let's look at some of these other ones. This one, okay, so not to be too majorly critical, but this is really cute, except look how it's kind of cluttered with color that I think that's a turtle. It's going to be hard for kids to see. Especially, or even adults in the thumbnail, when it's really small, it's hard for them to see. This one again, I don't think it really says, hi, I'm a dot marker book. Yeah, like there's this unicorn with circles, but the rest of it, and then this unicorn's probably in a thumbnail is going to be hard to read. This one I actually thought was really cute, but yet again, maybe it doesn't say dot marker as far as from a small thumbnail, in the sense that you can't really tell that's what it is. This one, you know, very bold, very bright. You can tell it is a dot marker. This one does really well. It's been around for a while too. It's been published for over a year now, but they, you know, Happy Kids Press, I've seen them around. They do a lot of different things. So they're creating a brand where parents of that age group know that they can get good products. Some of these other ones, this is a really cute idea, but yet again, I think some of these might be really hard for the smaller kids to color. But it is focusing on a niche, a cute butterfly. Okay, so that's good, though those are more like fairy butterflies, but that's okay. So you can kind of see that, you know, a theme. Easter, obviously, that's kind of overdone at this point in time, or over with. Easter isn't coming for another almost year at this point in time. This one, look how hard that is to read. It's very bright and colorful, but there's a lot going on there, and it's kind of hard to distinguish. Let's see. This one isn't too bad, but yet again, it might, at least you can read dot marker activity book, and it kind of shows the different pages, and then there's all these dots that are kind of indicative of these dots marker pages. So, you know, that might work. The little, I can see there's a bear in the background. You might have done better without taking that, but this is still doing well, so that's good. Look at this one, really simple, very obvious. You can tell what it is from far away. Let's see. This one, it's okay. It's not centered, first off. It has no rank, but it's not centered. It's not colorful. As a parent, I would look at this, especially this whole not centered thing. This is very, very unprofessional. Please make sure your stuff is centered. Like, it's okay, this little monkey and this rabbit, its head is cut off, because you've got this in the middle, and it's okay this isn't centered because it's meant to be part of the artwork, right? You have 1, 2, 3 centered. You have characters down here. Threes are good, right? Pairs sometimes look odd, but groups of 3 work. This works because it's 4 quadrants. And then it has dot marker activity between there. So it's okay this isn't centered because it's meant to be part of that design that way. This one, again, it's not very appealing. The white, I dislike white backgrounds because they blend in to the page, and that just doesn't make your book stand out. Here's kind of a fun one. This one, they did a different size, 24 pages. This one I think actually is comes with, it might actually come with daubers. Yeah, it's an activity set. So this isn't something you would do because you're not doing a thing, but that's a good idea to come with a different size. These do well. There's a whole brand. If you look to these Kindle Land Press, I was seeing them, and they've got a really good theme. They've got this raised, what you call badge behind it that's very recognizable. It's got cute animals around it. It's got the dots, and they've got, like, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 of them, and they're all look very similar, well done, but they're different themes. This one is animals. They have one, I think, with unicorns and farm animals and some other things. So they're trying to create a brand that if one person, if they buy it and they like it, they might go back and buy one of the other books, and they look similar. They're like, oh, I want that one. I want another one. This one I like. It's doing really well because it's very bright and colorful yet simple. My kids would like this rainbow, doing dot marker rainbows and things like that. This one, again, it's simple, but yet it speaks to what it is. Let's see, let's look at some of these other ones. But you can see the ones doing well tend to have a theme: ocean animals, cars, planes, and more, unicorns. let's see. This one's doing well. The background is probably a little much, but I think this would definitely appeal to the girl with the pink to purple background. So some of these other ones, you can just kind of see what ones are doing well and what they're doing right. It's easy to read. It peels colors, and it's not too busy. You don't want it to be too busy. Okay, so I've kind of gone through and looked at covers, but we know that this one is probably a pretty competitive market just to go for the keywords dot marker coloring book, okay, or dot marker activity book. Those tend to be pretty. This is what I have in dot marker activity book, and you can see. You can see that this one is a little less competitive. It's got the keywords or keyword niche score of 53 dot marker activity books. This one is cute, but it's got yet again a lot going on. The markers is hard to read. It is cute, but it's got a lot going on. This one is a little more simpler and probably appeals. I want to say I like this one, but look how I can barely tell that's a dog. There's too much, and in a small thumbnail that would be really, I mean, I know it's colorful, but it doesn't look right. You can see again the ones that are tending to sell have that simple look, like it's not going to be too complex for that age group. Let's see, what are some of the other things I wanted to show you with this? That's kind of what I wanted to show you on those. Let's go over to, if you wanted to niche down, you always want to look and do just a more, this one doesn't have a good keyword score, but I was just trying it, dot marker books for girls, and seeing what would come up. Now the interesting thing is there's a lot of things that aren't dot markers that are coming up for these keywords. This one, look, it's a fairy dot marker book, but I'm not seeing dot marker on this. This would look like a fairy coloring book to me. So it's not meeting the expectation of the customer. I would look at that and say, no, that's not a dot marker book. That's a coloring book. Here's one that's doing well. The unicorn, it's doing pretty good. Yet again, it's cute. It's got the dots on with big dots, but it still doesn't say dot marker to me, but the little guys are so darn cute that I could see myself buying those for my kids. Here is a niche, bug dot markers. This doesn't maybe have the best rank, but these are the types of things you're looking to do. You want to niche down into something a little bit more different. Just a smaller sub niche. Dot marker princesses. This just gives you some ideas of different things you can do. Color by number, maybe dot marker. You're trying mixing niches. Again, this one, look, fairy dot marker. It's not very colorful. This wouldn't appeal to me as a buyer because I just don't see it for the age group I'm looking for. And if you don't understand the age group, go through and look and see what is selling and ask yourself, why is it selling? This one, yet again, it's got a small lines. It's just not very colorful. I can barely read for toddlers. It just doesn't, like, compare that to this, right? It's not doing exactly well either, but at least it looks much, I think this was actually patterned over one of the better selling ones. And don't do that. Don't copy someone else's design. Come up with your own design, because look, this one isn't doing as well as the one that was published earlier that had a pretty similar design. All right, so let's look at unicorn dot marker activity book. I wanted to just show you the inside. You can kind of see the back page of this one just to kind of see what sorts of things. And look, they've done a good job. I just want to show you this. They've done a really good job of having their logo on the back. This looks really professional. They have 3 different sample pages, and they show some of their other books. This is great. I want you to really pay attention. This looks professional. This is a great idea to do your logo, to have a colorful, fun background, to have sample pages, and then show some of your other books. That's a great idea. You definitely want to do that on your inside as well. in the interior, kind of saying, hey, here's some of our other products. So that's a really great thing to do. All right, so here is dot marker book trucks. So, or book, yeah, looking kind of at vehicles. And you can kind of see this one has planes and different things. That's kind of a good idea to mix things. So here's kind of our one that copied. You can see this one was published in 2019. This was 20. And it's not doing as well because don't, but you can tell they really tried to imitate this. Don't copy. Make your own because your own is going to be better. You just come up and look and see what looks good and then create your own design and idea. Okay, so that's kind of some of the stuff. Like this one, this does not say dot marker book to me. Okay, yes, I know it has dots at the top, but no. This one, I can see what they tried to do, but yet again, it's you can barely read dot markers. This green is not the prettiest green for a kid. It's kind of a army green. I guess if you were doing maybe like a military dot marker book, then that would work. But those sorts of things, you really got to look at colors, simplicity, not simplicity. You can see that apparently a bunch of people decided to jump on the monster truck niche, but only a few of them are doing it well. All right, so here's what I wanted to do. I wanted you to think creatively. You've got to think a little bit creative. So I did some Googling on, what are the benefits of using dot markers? And I came up with this idea. I went to this site and it was showing how a teacher likes to use dot markers for different activities, math and counting and stamping and aiming. So maybe you could do here's dab the code. So you could do like code breaker, more of an educational, not just an activity book, but an educational dab marker book or dot marker book. This one I thought here was really good. A dab of November, so they can, pick like different things that would be in November and that go with the certain things. You can read the directions. Don't copy this person's exact worksheets, but I'm giving you ideas. They can count them, right? You can do math, charts, that sort of thing. These are great activity books for kids. And parents love them because kids like them and they're learning something. And I thought this one was great. This is the one that I thought was fun with math. So they get to pick the right one. So this, how do you get a 1? 5 minus 4. They write out 5 minus 4. They pick it. So this sort of thing, you could create a bunch of these and then mix them in with some of these charts. Something like that would be a great idea. That's really thinking a little more outside the box. So, don't limit yourself just to Amazon. Go a little bit into the Google. So here I wanted to show you. So I did math, dot markers math, 66 niche score. There's not really much there. This one. And this is a great idea, but it's not very pretty. Look at this one in comparison. This one looks very professional, right? It looks fun for kids. There's a fun little character. It's got a side, what kind of looks like a logo or pre-K skills, age 3+. It's got some sample pages. This looks very professional and it's focused at preschool, like preschool ready activities. This is a great idea. You can definitely do something like that. All right, so I wanted to go, I have Publisher Rocket up here, and I just wanted to show you something real quick with this. I kind of did a few, but really this is kind of what you need to see. Dot marker book, you've got like a decent amount of competitors, and its competitive score is a little bit more, but then as you go down and start saying dot marker for boys, dot marker for girls, dot marker for kids, dot marker for older, dot marker for toddlers, this one, because this tends to be a toddler type thing, dot markers, this is more competitive. Dot marker book number, right? We were talking about math. Dot marker book princess, it has less searches, but it's got a very low competitive score. So what you need to do is really do that niche down, dot marker book something, alphabet, cars, dogs, whatever. And then once you get that selling, because there are people searching for these sorts of things, once you get that selling, it will start to rank in this dot marker for book. So that's what you need to do. You need to come and niche down, and then it'll rise to the top as you get more and more sales. I wanted to also show you real quick. Let's see, I have BookBolt open. This again yet shows you some more of that type thing, that once you get making different types of, there's a lot of Amazon searches for these things, but there is less competition once you start going into, animal dot marker book, well, you wouldn't have animal dot markers, but you'd have animal dab and dot coloring book. That's another thing, dabbers, daubers, those sorts of words are also keywords for this dot marker. It just depends where you are in the country that you call these. People also call them bingo markers, that sort of thing. So I just wanted to show you that there's different ways to look at this. Sometimes you look on Amazon and then you start doing some Google research and seeing, okay, what are creative ways? So I think I typed in like the benefits of using dot markers for kids into Google, and I came up with so many websites, and it gave me some great ideas. So that's kind of what you have to do. You not only have to see it and research on Amazon, but do a little bit of, research on your own to find out what types of things they can also be used for, or that market can be used that maybe isn't out there on Amazon. We did look on dot marker for math, and there really wasn't a whole lot out there, but yet teachers are saying that this is a great idea to use dot markers in the classroom. So there is definitely people out there who want that sort of thing, and teachers who are saying this is a good thing to do. So you need to find those two and put that on Amazon. A lot of times the best niches, the best things are putting two things together, right? A math book, dot marker book. You put them together. There's, definitely math for preschool, and there's definitely dot markers. Put those two together, and now you've got two really great niches that can work for you. That, let's say you start selling on one, you're going to probably start selling on the other, and Amazon's going to continually show your book to those people who are interested in that. So you're really kind of training the Amazon algorithm on two sides, the preschool math side, and then the dot marker side. And that's what I found a lot with niches. If you find good niches that are big and you can kind of narrow them down to be like a smaller, like preschool type niche or something like that, then you can grow into something bigger. When you have those big niches together, you merge them, and it's something even smaller, like preschool age, preschool readiness, something like that. And you combine all that together, and you're going to get a good market. All right, I hope this was helpful. I am sorry I'm not live. Please let me know if this the volume works on this. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comments, all that is appreciated. Thanks so much. I will see you in the next video. Oh, and make sure you watch this playlist. There's a lot more coming. All right, bye.